I have often heard a timeless truth: food is medicine and medicine is food. In my years of training the body and quieting the mind, I have learned that how we nourish ourselves each morning sets the tone for the entire day. One food, often overlooked for its simplicity, holds within it a silent power: oatmeal. It is humble, it is quiet, yet it is among the most nourishing and forgiving companions we can welcome to our table. Millions across the world eat oatmeal every morning. But I ask you gently, do you eat it with understanding, with presence? Or has it become another habit carried out without reflection? The truth is, even something as wholesome as oatmeal can lose its strength when treated carelessly. The wrong toppings, the wrong preparation, even the wrong intention, these small missteps can transform this superfood into something less than kind to the body. Some might even find themselves harmed by what they believed was healthy. This is not a call to fear, but an invitation to awaken. Many people unknowingly undermine the gifts oatmeal offers. They cook it too quickly, add sugars without thought, ignore balance, eat in haste. Each of these actions is like misaligning the body during a movement. It creates strain instead of strength. In the coming reflections, I will walk with you through the 10 most common mistakes made with oatmeal, and together we will learn how to restore the right relationship with this sacred grain. But before we speak of mistakes, we must speak of its quiet power. When I hold a handful of oats, I do not simply see food. I see the wisdom of time, sun, soil, water, and waiting. I see a plant that asks for nothing loud, but gives everything patiently. Oatmeal is a powerhouse of essential nutrients perfectly crafted to begin your day in alignment. It contains magnesium, which supports your muscles and calms your nervous system. It brings iron, vital for carrying oxygen through your blood, helping every cell breathe. Zinc strengthens your immune defenses, and B vitamins fuel the energy of your inner systems while nurturing the health of your skin, your hair, your spirit. And yet it does all this with humility. Oatmeal is low in calories, not because it is weak, but because it is efficient. It delivers what the body needs without excess, without noise. For those of us walking through the later seasons of life, this quality is precious. As we age, we may need more nourishment, but have less appetite, less digestive fire. Oatmeal answers this with gentleness. It asks for little, but gives much. It is a perfect beginning. And within this grain, there is something even more extraordinary, a special soluble fiber called beta-glucan. I have come to see beta-glucan as a silent healer, one that moves through the body like a thread, weaving balance between systems that often drift apart. It forms a soft, gel-like substance in the digestive tract. This gel slows the absorption of sugar, keeping your energy steady and your blood sugar calm. For those with diabetes or those trying to avoid the ups and downs of fatigue and cravings, this is a gift beyond measure. But beta-glucan does not stop there. It binds to LDL cholesterol, the so-called bad cholesterol, and gently removes it from the body. In doing so, it protects your heart, not through force, but through wise cooperation with nature. It also feeds the good bacteria within your gut, nourishing your microbiome, the quiet ecosystem that governs so much of your health, immunity, digestion, even your mood and mental clarity. In this way, oatmeal becomes not only food for the body, but for the mind. And still, there is more. Oatmeal's impact on heart health cannot be overstated. I recall a student of mine, an elder in his 70s, who once told me that breakfast always left him tired, heavy, disconnected. He had tried cereals, toast, even eggs, but felt no clarity. When he began each day instead with a simple bowl of oatmeal, prepared with care, paired with a little protein, and eaten with stillness, he noticed a change. His energy felt stable, his thoughts clearer, his breath deeper. What changed? Only the way he began. You see, beta-glucan lowers LDL cholesterol, yes, but it also reduces inflammation in your blood vessels. It helps them remain soft and open, allowing the blood to flow like a quiet stream, not a river under strain. This softening of the inner pathways protects you from heart disease and stroke. It is not dramatic, it is not loud, but it is real, and it happens bowl by bowl, choice by choice. When you eat oatmeal with presence, You are not just feeding the body, you are practicing a form of meditation. You are choosing steadiness over chaos, balance over indulgence, awareness over habit. This is where health begins, not in grand acts, but in the small sacred rituals of every morning. In the next part of our journey, we will look at the ways this quiet meal is often misused, not with blame, but with compassion. Let us walk gently forward together. When the heart is burdened by years of stress, by rich foods and restless living, it seeks relief not through medicine alone, but through rhythm, through flow. Oatmeal has long been one of the quietest allies in this journey. The way it lowers LDL cholesterol and soothes inflammation within the vessels brings a kind of harmony to the bloodstream. It encourages circulation not by force, but by freeing the path. That balance between release and nourishment makes oatmeal a faithful companion in protecting the heart from disease, stroke, and long-term decline. Adding it to one's diet is not just an act of nourishment. It is a gesture of protection, of devotion to life itself. And as the heart finds peace, so too does the blood. But what of the sugar within it? Many people, especially as they grow older, seek to manage their blood sugar. They want to feel steady, not ruled by spikes of energy or the fatigue that follows them. Here again, oatmeal offers its quiet support. Its soluble fiber, especially beta-glucan, slows the passage of food through the digestive system. That means carbohydrates are absorbed more slowly. Instead of sharp rises in blood sugar, there is a gradual release, like a candle burning evenly rather than a flash of flame. For those with diabetes or those who wish to avoid it, this makes oats a wise choice. It doesn't provoke the body, it partners with it. Instead of exhausting the pancreas or stressing the cells, oats ease the process of energy regulation. This is not a magic pill, it is a steady hand, a wise daily ritual. And over time, the fiber in oats can increase insulin sensitivity, the body's ability to respond well to its own natural signals. When paired with a source of protein or healthy fat, perhaps a few almonds, a spoonful of chia seeds, or even half an avocado, oats offer not just nourishment, but stability. This stability is more than metabolic. It's emotional. A body that feels balanced invites a mind to become still. So whether you live with a condition or simply wish to feel more grounded in your day, this grain offers calm. It delivers energy, not all at once, but as needed. It allows your system to move at the pace of nature, not the rush of industry. And when hunger arises, not true hunger, but cravings, restlessness, oats once again provide an answer. The beta-glucan slows digestion. You feel full longer. You are less likely to reach for processed snacks, less tempted by the false satisfaction of sugar or salt. This is how oats become a subtle companion in weight management. They do not suppress the appetite violently. They satisfy it gently. Their glycemic index is low. That means they don't cause sudden changes in blood sugar, the kind that leave you hungry again too soon. Instead, they allow your body to release energy slowly, to feel content, nourished, and clear. Whether you are trying to shed weight or maintain it, oats support you without judgment. They simply do their work, quiet, consistent. And then there is the gut, so often ignored, so often speaking to us through discomfort. Oats carry both soluble and insoluble fiber. Together they form a bridge. One softens and feeds the gut bacteria, prebiotic support for the tiny life within us. The other adds bulk, helping to regulate bowel movements, relieve constipation, reduce bloating. You may not notice this help at first, but over time, digestion becomes smoother. Discomfort fades. Your body feels more efficient, more alive. This is how oats assist, by strengthening what is already within you, not by overpowering, but by nourishing, restoring. And deep within these grains are powerful antioxidants, natural protectors called avenanthramides. They reduce inflammation, improve blood flow, and shield your cells from damage. In this way, oats are not only food, they are medicine in the most ancient sense of the word. In the quiet stillness of nature, there are forces that heal not with noise, but with presence. Among the many gifts that oats offer, there exists a unique compound known as avenanthramides, a name unfamiliar to many, yet a friend working silently within the body. These antioxidants are known for their deep anti-inflammatory powers. They move through the bloodstream, calming the silent fires that, when left unchecked, give rise to chronic diseases such as heart conditions, arthritis, and even cognitive decline. What makes avenanthramides so special is not just their ability to soothe inflammation, but also their role in enhancing the flow of life itself, your blood. These antioxidants help the body produce more nitric oxide, a molecule that tells the blood vessels to relax, to open, to widen their path. In this way, the circulation of blood becomes smoother, more effortless. Your heart works less. Your body receives more. Every cell is nourished more efficiently. And beyond that, avenanthramides serve as protectors against oxidative stress, the chaos caused by unstable molecules known as free radicals. These free radicals seek to damage cells, age the body, and weaken your defenses. But the antioxidants in oats stand like calm guardians, shielding your cells from harm, slowing the process of aging, and allowing you to live with more vitality and grace. This is not theory. This is the body's wisdom, activated through food chosen with care. Adding oats to your daily meals is not a complicated act. It is a quiet offering, a way to honor the body's natural rhythm and long-term well-being. Through a single bowl, you are not only feeding hunger, you are nourishing longevity. And this nourishment extends beyond what we feel inside. It reaches outward to the surface of our being, the skin. For centuries, people have soaked in oatmeal baths to calm irritation, rashes, and inflammation. There is truth in this tradition. Oats contain not only avenanthramides, but also saponins, gentle cleansing compounds that remove impurities without stripping the skin of its natural strength. Applied externally, oats soothe eczema, calm redness, and ease the dryness that so often comes with time or changing seasons. But the deeper transformation happens not on the skin, but within. When eaten mindfully, oats provide the body with zinc and B vitamins, nutrients that aid in the repair of skin tissue, support cell renewal, and fight internal inflammation. These nutrients help create a foundation for healthy, resilient skin. And once again, the fiber within oats plays its subtle role. By regulating blood sugar, it helps prevent the hormonal fluctuations that can lead to acne and other skin imbalances. So whether you apply it to your skin or bring it into your body, oats become a gentle ally, nurturing not only how you feel, but how you appear to the world, a glow that is earned from the inside out. Even the youngest among us can benefit from this ancient grain. When introduced early in life, oats have been shown to reduce the risk of developing asthma. It is not magic, but rather the power of nourishment working in harmony with a child's developing body. The nutrients and fibers in oats help reduce inflammation in the airways, support immune strength, and promote better lung function, laying a foundation for healthier breathing, more stable energy, and fewer wheezing episodes. Oats are also gentle, easy to digest, calming to the system. For children transitioning to solid foods, oats provide not just nourishment, but ease. In a world of overstimulation, such simplicity is precious. Though oats alone do not prevent disease, they offer a strong start, a foundation, a gesture of care. And perhaps one of the most beautiful qualities of oats is this: they ask so little in return. They are easy to prepare. Whether your taste leans toward the sweet or the savory, oats receive your preferences with grace. They are a blank canvas for nourishment, waiting for you to bring your attention, your choice, and your stillness. One of the most beautiful lessons I have learned in both cooking and meditation is this: simplicity invites creativity, and oatmeal is the perfect expression of that truth. It begins as something plain, even modest, but in your hands, with mindfulness and intention, it becomes a reflection of your needs, your body, and your state of being. Some mornings call for the sweetness of nature, bananas, berries, slices of apple. These fruits not only offer flavor, but a quiet stream of vitamins and gentle sugars that awaken without overwhelming. Other times, the body may crave grounding. In these moments, a handful of nuts, sunflower seeds, or a spoonful of almond butter brings warmth and depth, balancing the softness of the oats with healthy fats and protein. And then there are days when the soul longs for something savory. Oatmeal does not resist. It receives. A poached egg, a few slices of avocado, or sautéed greens turn a humble bowl into a nourishing meal full of integrity and substance. This is the true strength of oatmeal. It adapts, quietly supporting you however you arrive. Its preparation, too, asks for very little. Whether you simmer it gently on the stove, warm it in the microwave, or let it soften overnight in a bowl of milk or water, the process is simple. There is no rush, no perfection needed. Oatmeal is available to you not just at breakfast, but at any moment the body seeks restoration. It is a canvas, blank, yet full of potential. And it is in this simplicity that your creativity can come alive. But even with something so wholesome, there are moments when our choices, often unconscious, can take us away from balance. I have seen many turn this healing food into something less beneficial, not out of harm, but out of habit. Let us explore these patterns, not with judgment, but with curiosity. The first is the most common, adding too much sugar. Sweetness has its place. But when we overload our bowl with syrups, processed sugars, or sweetened toppings, we turn nourishment into indulgence. Excess sugar may momentarily please the tongue, but over time it burdens the body, contributing to weight gain, insulin resistance, and inflammation. It raises triglyceride levels and places stress on the heart. Worse still, starting the day with a sugar-rich meal often creates a cycle of energy spikes and crashes. What began as breakfast becomes a roller coaster, leaving you tired and restless. To return to balance, choose natural sweetness, a ripe banana, a few berries, even a touch of cinnamon. These choices honor both your taste and your well-being. The second mistake comes in the form of convenience, flavored instant oats. These prepackaged versions may save time, but they often contain hidden sugars, artificial flavors, and additives that strip away the purity of oats. The nutrients are fewer, the fiber diminished, the texture thin and less satisfying. Over time, this can lead to cravings, poor digestion, and inflammation. But there is a better way. Begin with plain oats, whole, unflavored. Add your own fruits, seeds, or spices. In doing so, you reclaim control. You turn 5 minutes into a quiet practice of self-care, and the meal becomes yours, not the industry's. The third habit, though often overlooked, is skipping protein. Oatmeal provides complex carbohydrates and fiber, but not enough protein to form a fully balanced meal. Without protein, digestion speeds up, blood sugar rises quickly, and soon you find yourself hungry again. The energy is shallow, the satisfaction fleeting. Add something small, a spoonful of peanut butter, a boiled egg, a dollop of Greek yogurt. These are not extravagant additions. They are simple ways to anchor your meal, to provide stability. When the body feels full in a balanced way, the mind is calmer, the cravings soften, and you move through the day not chasing hunger, but rooted in sufficiency. Without balance, even good intentions can drift into harm. This is true not only in life, but also in how we nourish our bodies. Consider this. When we skip protein in a meal like oatmeal, however healthy the base may be, we set the body up for imbalance. Carbohydrates alone may fill the bowl, but they pass quickly through the system. Blood sugar rises fast, energy follows for a brief moment, then falls, leaving behind fatigue and often a quiet craving for something more. These cravings, subtle at first, pull us toward processed snacks, sugary treats, and a pattern of eating that feels reactive, not intentional. Over time, this small habit of leaving out protein may weaken muscle maintenance, disrupt the metabolism, and drain the body's consistent energy supply. But there is a simple shift. Adding a spoonful of chia seeds, a handful of almonds, a soft-boiled egg, or a swirl of Greek yogurt can bring balance back into the bowl. These are not grand changes. They are quiet reinforcements, protein sources that slow digestion, extend satiety, and feed the body with nutrients that build strength, not just satisfy hunger. Yet sometimes, even when the ingredients are good, we lean too far into excess. Oatmeal, though wholesome, is not exempt from this truth. It is possible to overeat even the healthiest foods. A bowl too large, heavy with rich toppings, nut butters, dried fruits, honey, can tip the balance. What was meant to be light becomes dense. What was meant to nourish becomes difficult to digest. When we consume too much at once, the digestive system feels overwhelmed. Instead of energy, we are left with bloating, a sensation of weight, a loss of clarity, and though the fiber in oats is beneficial, in large quantities it may challenge the body, especially as we age. So how do we find the right measure? It begins with awareness. A serving of dry oats, about half a cup, is enough. Once cooked, it expands, becomes full and satisfying. To elevate the meal without overeating, choose toppings that are rich in nutrients but light in calories. Fresh fruits, a scattering of seeds, a few chopped walnuts. In this way, you honor the food's intention and your body's capacity. Another subtle but often missed wisdom lies in preparation. Many do not know that oats contain a compound called phytic acid, a natural preservative found in grains that, if left unaddressed, can block the absorption of important minerals like iron, zinc, and calcium. This interference may not be felt immediately, but over time, especially if oats are eaten frequently, the body may fall into subtle deficiency. Thankfully, the solution is humble: soaking. When oats are soaked overnight in water or milk, the phytic acid begins to break down. The nutrients within the oats become more available, more willing to serve your body. Their texture softens. Their essence becomes easier to digest. What once caused bloating now becomes a source of gentle strength. I recommend soaking for at least 8 hours. It is not a task. It is an invitation, a simple ritual that prepares the oats to nourish you more deeply. And finally, let us not forget the importance of cooking them well. Undercooked oats may seem harmless, but they can cause digestive discomfort, gas, cramping, heaviness. The beta-glucan within them, though healing, needs warmth and softness to unfold fully. When oats are left hard, the body struggles to break them down. Cook them until they are tender, creamy, not mushy, not raw. Whether on the stove, in the microwave, or soaked through the night, give the oats time. Time is a form of respect. And when we treat our food with respect, it returns the favor. When oats are prepared with care, they become more than food. They become comfort. A well-cooked bowl soothes the body, supports digestion, and leaves the mind at ease. But as with many things in life, too much attention in the wrong direction, too much heat, too much time can transform what is nourishing into something less welcome. This is the nature of overcooking. When oats are left too long on the stove or drowned in excess liquid, they begin to fall apart. What was once rich with texture becomes mushy and indistinct. The pleasure of each bite dissolves into monotony, and more than taste is lost. So is the fullness that lingers after a balanced meal. The fibers break down. The slow energy they would have provided shortens. The satisfaction fades too soon. There is wisdom in knowing when to stop, when the oats have become tender but not limp, creamy but not gluey. A slight bite remains, a little structure, just enough resistance to honor the body's rhythm of digestion. This is the balance we seek not just in cooking, but in life. The instructions on a package offer a guideline, but listening, watching with presence is more important. Whether you use the stovetop or the microwave, attention is your best ingredient. Stay close, observe. The right moment will show itself. And then comes the choice of liquid, another seemingly small detail that speaks volumes in the final experience. Many begin with milk, believing it will create creaminess. But milk, when boiled with oats, often reacts with their starch, forming a thick, sticky mass. It clings, it becomes heavy, gummy. The oats no longer breathe. Instead, begin with water. Let the oats soften on their own, releasing their essence into the liquid. Allow them to become themselves first. Then, once they are fully cooked, once they are ready, stir in milk or a milk alternative. The result is smooth, light, and perfectly blended. The milk does not interfere, it enhances, like wisdom arriving after experience. This small change can transform your oatmeal, not only in taste, but in how the body receives it. You move from heaviness to harmony, and in the midst of all this, there is one ingredient many forget: salt. It seems almost contradictory, doesn't it? Salt in something meant to be sweet? But just as contrast sharpens clarity, a tiny pinch of salt reveals the deeper flavor of oats. Without it, even the most colorful toppings can feel muted. The sweetness of fruit, the crunch of nuts, the warmth of honey, they all shine brighter when balanced by just a whisper of salt. Salt doesn't need to dominate. It needs only to be present. A pinch added at the start, as the oats begin to soften, allows the grain to absorb it evenly. The result is not saltiness, but fullness of taste, a roundness, a harmony between elements. This is not just culinary advice, it is a lesson in awareness. The small things matter. A splash too much, a minute